Okay, I've pressed the start button.
I'm not sure what he's doing. Will I was trying to introduce. Um,
Oh, hello, Will.
Hey, Jeremy, it's a very big pleasure to meet you, man. Thank you for what you do.
Oh, I'm actually sick and dying. I'm not sure what I'm doing right now. You don't want to know what I'm doing, actually. You know, I've got myself with a devil avatar speaking to a window here. I'm a devil speaking to a window, and I was just talking about leprechauns just before you stepped in, I think. But you're
That
welcome
may
for
be
me
a
talking
little
about.
over my pay grade there. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, maybe you'll be able to show the video what I'm doing right now later. So you'll understand what's so funny about what I just said. But yeah, I'm doing some CGI shit right now, and I was gonna upload it later when we're all done. So thanks Will for what you said. And so there's three of us here. Everything's all messy all over the place. And are we gonna stick to three now? We're all
well,
gonna stick around.
well, to tell you, I'm not sure whatever it is, but Jeremy, you know my program, and if I get in touch with you, we're talking, right? So what I'm looking at here is I'm just trying to load my Hangouts. So that you can see this.
Ooh, still gonna be recording, but
Not too worried about it. But that was the other thing. Google Hangouts, Chrome. Where the fuck is my Google Hangouts? I have not done this for
you
a
say
minute.
Chrome? Chrome.
Oh, I
Chrome
don't
and
use.
metal and guns go combined. So here we go.
Okay, so now Matthew's calling. Matthew's calling in the podcast.
I've got a thing that's
Oh,
asking.
don't worry about it. Yeah,
Why
I
don't you
know.
invite me to this one? Everyone's
Matthew.
so confusing. We need more
Yes,
guns. I think we need more guns
Matthew.
too.
I can hear you. You're about to see something. There we go. This is where we're all chatting right now, Matthew. Um, there you should see if I hang up here, Matt, and you jump back into Hangouts, you should see an ongoing call.
All right.
There we go.
Let's just tornado this shit out of the way.
What I can tell you is this is fucking amateur hours that I'm getting extremely fucking fed up with. Hold on, maybe he can't see this. There we go. Oh, there's Matt. Okay, so Matt,
Yes.
you don't
There we
want
go.
to have Donovan access root command for me, yeah? While you left your computer alone with him and him on the phone with me.
I'm here, you know. We're both still here. I brought Donovan back.
I know. Okay, so Matthew, can we do our show?
Yes, I'm going to
ready,
go back
I'm
in.
recording.
Okay, well,
Okay.
Jeremy's got one recording. Now, that's the YouTube where that's just being streamed to YouTube. YouTube has blocked all Hangouts, so we can't do a panel, but it can be streamed. The panel that is live. How long is it going to take you to get Facebook booted, Matt?
Dude, I'm not doing Facebook. All I'm going to do is record live stream in OBS.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what we talked about. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you just wait till I show you later what I'm doing.
Yo, jackass, you got you got to show me how to do that.
Yeah, you just wait till I show you the video what I'm doing now.
Next
You won't be able to
week,
see it from your end. Yeah, I'll stick
No.
some glasses on actually.
Jeremy.
Do these.
Jeremy,
we
after
go.
next week, after you teach me, you will decline teaching
Oh,
anybody
shit.
else. And then you'll have to go through
My
me.
eyes are fucked. Hang on. Just shake them loose.
Okay,
The
so,
gravities. What the hell? The gravities. My eyes are gravitating towards the top left of the screen. What the fuck's going on there? It's maybe my. I've got a cigar in my mouth and it might be fucking
it's
him
called a cyst.
It's called.
up. Maybe I need to blow some shit up. Hang on. What can I do? Let's get some dragons.
Don't you already have enough worries about setting fires to like the rainforest where you're at? Like, honestly, Jeremy, I can't believe that 23 other people got arrested for what you did.
200 people. Well, I didn't do it. I commanded it.
23 people got arrested for setting fires in Australia, and we all damn well know it was you.
Well,
Okay, look.
I also commanded the lightning and shit too, and you know people think it's funny, but then you know I do it and it happens. I say I command the rain on. It's in the middle of a drought. I command it to rain on a certain town, and it fucking well does.
Okay.
Let's turn my
No,
fire.
bro.
There we go. I'm more at home now.
Okay, so I'm gonna start this off with a topic. Yeah.
Six and rain.
Yeah.
It's a topic
God
that's
damn
like
it!
not in a realm for all of us. The topic that I would like to bring
Don't
up
walk through that.
is where humanity is at now, and where humanity was at 10,000 years ago.
Well, in a different part of the galaxy.
No, here on Earth. Just
Yeah, no,
here
no,
on
not really, because where we were at 10,000 years ago, we're moving around the galaxy, and the galaxy is moving around in space. If we were to teleport where in the spot that you're on like 10,000 years later, you'd be out in deep space. You get what I'm saying? You want a time machine? You're going to teleport out into deep space, guaranteed.
No, if I had a time machine.
But no, we're talking about where mankind was at, like ideologically and scientifically and culturally and all that kind of crap.
So
Not physically.
Breaking it down to basics, we're talking about planet Earth, K3 planet here, as to where humanity is now, as opposed to what we have recorded from 10,000 years ago.
Well, I've got a story that goes a few thousand years beyond that, and a longer story that goes even longer than that. But recorded history only goes to about 3,500 years ago. Then it gets really sketchy for a little bit, and there's pretty much almost nothing after that.
That is the shit you save. Save it. Save it. Save it. Save that for. Hang on. I'm almost ready. Nice. I gotta remember, dude. I had to start over. Okay. So.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right.
Change my color. Hang on. Something's coming. Something's coming.
No, we lost Matt. That was fucked.
Give it time. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, where am I going? I'm lost. There we go. I need to make shortcuts for everything, for temporary things.
Well,
I've ruined this, but where is it? Miscellaneous or something? Where did I put it?
Will.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just muted.
Can you go live from Demand the Truth with
There we
this?
I cannot. I only paid $30 on. I could, but it wouldn't be until later tonight because I'm on the road right now and I'm out of data for this month because they fired me from my job because of my videos, so I can only pay $30 instead of $50 for unlimited data. So I could, but it won't be till like midnight.
All right. Knowing your circumstances now, I have been prohibited from sharing from Wait a Sec International Live.
Yeah, it's been that way for a while, and I don't know what the hell's going on.
I will not eat cat poop.
Hold on. Let me see.
That doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't. Live stream has been disabled.
Your live stream's gone.
My live stream is disabled.
So you're disabled from live streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Have anything to do with my avatar? Well, you're not recording my avatar, so it doesn't matter.
No,
But, any idea?
No, it has nothing to do with you. This is just Facebook on itself.
I just burned my tongue.
I've been fighting with Facebook about some shit for years now.
You didn't get any kind of ban or something from a group or Facebook itself?
Oh no, dude, I'm always on ban, but they have disabled going live from.
Was that just was that after you started going live? This kind of crap happens to me all the time. Seriously, I'll be going live and then my account will just get completely deleted. 2 minutes later, it's back, and then all weird shit happens. I've got one thing to say to that.
Hey, you over there! Yeah, you! Were your parents related, like before they were married?
It was really fucked up, Matt. Just it's Monday, Tuesday, depending on where you are in the world. Could be a Wednesday within an hour, truthfully. Fucked up weirdo shit. Yeah, no, yeah, so that's mental. Why am I
Do a barrel roll.
do this anymore?
Try a somersault.
Yeah, no, fuck me. I'm screwed from doing any of it. Are you kidding me? That makes abs. I don't know. Somebody is recording this. It will go live. This podcast. I'm
Yeah,
not too
hopefully
sure.
this recording will go and you'll be able to see me doing some vex.
Anyways, to go from your YouTube channel there, Jeremy, like,
Yeah.
we can't have a podcast, right? Because it's just you that is on the YouTube.
Yeah, so I could, like, if I was to do this in like a podcast format, like you're thinking, I'd have to run it through 2 different like computers and stuff like that. I can do it, but I haven't got the stuff to do it right now. But what I can do is I'll do this recording I'm doing right now, and I'll upload it to YouTube, and you can do what the hell you like with it.
That's a lot more work than I wanted to do, Jeremy. It's a lot more work. You want to do what I'm asking.
No, this is all just a press of a button to me.
Really? Fuck it. Here, you know what? I'm gonna add you to Wait a Sec International. Find out why I can't go live. Oh, here we go. How do I do this? Where do I find
Oh,
somebody?
sorry, dude. Don't worry about that. You didn't see nothing.
Oh yeah, so Will, did you see how? So Jeremy, I got accused of. So here's the scenario. Yeah, people came into the Wait a Sec chat and said, Jeff,
Here we
there's
go.
a fucking anonymous person picking on a senior citizen. Can we get your help? You know the scenario, right, Jeremy? Like, Jeff, can you help us, right? So I look at this and I get into it, yeah, and I start making people own their shit, right? As an adult, be held accountable for what the fuck you're doing. So I get into this chat and I say, listen, you just, proper human etiquette dictates you can't do this. Then all of a sudden, this person who is apparently in the hospital says that they tried to fucking kill themselves and slice themselves up because of me.
Look, I just started to make this show.
Everyone's responsible for their own actions at all times, including the fucking cops.
I need to
Yeah,
hand
when
down.
you watch the video.
Look, guys, we just did the Matrix intro. I see William's here, Jeremy's here, and Kin's Good Callfish is here. So again, I told everybody that it's primarily whatever topics you guys want to throw, just throw out there. So I did not know what we were walking into.
It's raining
Well,
videos.
you're not live. I am again pre-recorded
I'm
show.
dead.
Yada yada.
Okay.
But nevertheless, again, open
All right,
topics.
so
Right? Go ahead.
thanks. Heads up, pre-recorded. Anyways, back
sir.
to my life.
I just want to say, someone dropped the ball.
Yeah, right. Like I know. So
Drop the ball.
This person, yeah, Addy Wolf. I don't know. You're a fucking founder of Anonymous. You should know your people. This person named fucking Addy Wolf went off about some shit. Totally fucking mentally deranged. Like, we have medication. We live in modern science times. Big Pharma's not always
so-called
the enemy.
medication is nothing scientific whatsoever.
Either
Look-
way, this person should be medicated, but
No.
because they were in this chat and they're like, oh, you're an asshole. I'm like, yeah, I don't give a fuck if you died. My friend got hit by a car last year and died, and I said he should have looked both ways before crossing the road. Okay? So that was my friend. Now, you're in a fucking chat with me that, like, for sympathy, and they're like, I'm gonna fucking, cut themselves, and they go suicidal. I said, well, at least go fucking down and up, not left to right, if you're gonna do it. You know what I mean? And then apparently I got blamed for, like, trying to push somebody to suicide.
Well, I'd have to know the more details in the situation, but what I say about when people blame other people for their actions. Look, when people say, "Oh, you said you hurt my feelings like 6 months ago," that means that I'm all suicidal because you said nasty words to me. People who do that need to get their ass fucking kicked. But that's not the same as someone who's actively like stalking and doing really sick shit. There's two different worlds apart. And people will often pass blame of their own actions onto someone else. And they just twist and lie and shit like that. So I need to know more information to know the situation. But what it sounds like, it just sounds like a weak ass piece of shit trying to blame someone else for their own problems. And when it comes to so-called mental problems exist, but there's no such thing as a mental illness. So when mental problems, not all the time, but most of the time, these stem from immorality. People were just self-centered, selfish, disconnected from reality because they choose fantasy over reality, and they're just completely full of shit. And they build up bad habits of passing blame onto other people and projecting. So whenever they do something wrong, it's always someone else's fault, and then they'll go to get attention. They'll harm themselves or threaten to harm themselves in order to get attention and shift the roles. That's usually what this kind of case is. Sometimes it's the other extreme, but that's what it usually is.
Oh, they just get into heated arguments.
Conversation where it happened.
Oh, there's the heated debate.
What are my 3 magic words to say to that?
Own your shit.
Own your
Diddly diddly.
shit. Jeremy's favorite words has always been since I've known him. Own your shit. You're exactly.
Smash your balls.
Oh well, that's. Ow. Yeah, it was the other one.
And where's it?
Out the trash.
Yeah. So anyways, I posted it in there, but
Own one shit. See all that shit on the screen there for anyone who watches this video? I own that. I did that. You didn't do it. That's mine.
What?
It's mine.
What's yours?
The shit on my screen. I've got shit all over my screen here. You'll see it later.
Yeah. He's like, you know what I mean?
It's getting a bit too smoky in here.
Jeremy, do you think it's possible that my spirit animal might be mentally challenged?
What is your spirit animal?
I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's fucking retarded.
I do. I know what. Yeah, it's. I know what your spirit animal is, bro.
What is it?
Well, there's only one thing to do to that.
Put it down, right? Like Old Yellow?
No, bro.
Yeah, that's what I just did.
Your spirit animal is a cow.
Well, cows eat grass, and you have a thing about grass.
I probably need to go to India, where my spirit animal will be protected.
Dude, they are protected. They drink the blood of the cow, bro. You're a sacred. You are a sacred animal, man.
So, we have understanding now that my spirit animal is not actually retarded. It's just a cow.
Can I just say something? Do you know who's really understanding? Someone who's really understanding. A midget. They understand everybody.
Oh, by all means, crowded elevator smells different to a midget.
Hey, that's my one. You stole my joke. That's an old one from last year. You bastard.
Are you sure I'm not your
Hey,
spirit
how do you create a dictator?
Give him a pen. Give him a pen.
You stick your dick in a potato.
Oh, damn.
I never heard
Why did I
that
put my
one
voices on? I'm supposed to be speaking in my baby voice.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, calm down.
But if I
with
spoke
that
in my baby
fucking
voice, you wouldn't be able to
elephant in the
understand me
chicken
properly.
skin. Anyways, listen, this is all being pre-recorded, so me and Matter actually have to go through this shit and like edit it after. So like, keep your comments to like shit that's like, you know what I mean, we can post.
Well, but there's nothing wrong about dictators. What's wrong about dictators?
You know what? Speaking of dictators, I was going to talk on the Matrix show a while soon of bloodlines, dude.
Yeah.
Let's get into that shit with myself.
Sure.
You, especially you, Jeremy, Gordon, and Ken here, because that is a hot topic. The bloodlines of the elite.
Well, we got Will in here, not Gordon.
Gordon and Will.
Shit, we got
bro.
5 people in here.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was looking at my other screen.
Gordon's here too, bro.
Thanks.
Is Gordon
Thanks,
here?
Jeffrey.
Oh shit! I didn't. Anyway, so yeah, I slid over. I seen somebody else is here, but Gordon's not here. Yeah. If you want, I was sorry, right? If you want to hear about bloodlines,
Yeah, man.
I'm in a world of shit right now. I'm probably going to be on the news next week.
Oh,
A
boy.
lot of mothers are pissed off that I've been injecting their kids with heroin. I call it the vaccine for fentanyl. But apparently mothers don't like me injecting their kids with heroin.
Well, don't find that funny. That's stupid. But I
Of course you
mentioned
shouldn't
something
find
about
it
drugs
funny.
before. I said
Of course you shouldn't
specific type
find
of
it
drug.
funny, 'cause I'm
About
not
like
Ricky
meth drugs, how
Gervais.
they were created by the government. They were created by the government for mind control, to make people not have any interest in their own life and to go off and do stupid things what they're told. Most drugs that are used today for recreational reasons were created by the government for social
They're
control.
rubbish. Most
But
drugs.
as for
are-
bloodlines, now I've said a
they're-
lot. I've said a lot of things about bloodlines
Gotta make
and
sure
things
that
that might sound a bit
things
crazy,
don't
but you know,
change. You know what I mean?
people have come to realize that that's all true.
Hey, I can start this with bloodlines because this is proven facts. I can literally trace this within my.
What this does is this goes to window capture, and that is a window, and it will flip back and forth.
Oh.
Dude, only reason I said talk about the bloodlines are because it's very apparent
The
that
only reason half of you Americans are even Americans is because my family built the Mayflower.
bro, I started reading your document and got sidetracked.
Which document?
But I wasn't lying, was I, Matt?
Bro, I don't know whether you are or you're not, because there's not really any dude. I at this point, the rabbit hole, Jeremy, the rabbit hole, you go down one and it leads you to 5 others.
Yes, and I warn people about this. This is why it's best to go through one thing first, then move to the next thing.
Dude, and it's hard to stay focused.
I know,
I'm
and
not
I
kidding.
warn people
God
about that too.
Damn it, bro.
So are you talking about that recent video I did about the genetic stuff regarding me? Is that what you're talking about?
You're talking about the science video. I had
Yeah.
not an opportunity to see it yet.
Okay.
Dude, I got so much shit on my plate. It's unreal. But it's okay. I will get to
Dude,
it.
if
Trust
you've got shit on your plate, you've got bigger problems.
me. Stuff, da, ha, ha. Nah.
I wish I had a plate.
I know you've got a bowl because you smoke it.
Please don't tell anybody I have a ball that I'm smoking. It's usually when it draws
toilet
the
bowl.
broke ass people to want
Hey,
to smoke.
maybe you two
the
should
ball.
get together. One's got shit on his plate, the other's got a bowl. We'll make a toilet bowl out of it.
God damn it, Gordon,
Help!
help me! Help me, Gordon!
Oh my God! You just already said. Wait, dude.
No. I'm actually enjoying this. Keep
Hey,
going, Jeremy.
Gordon.
Mr. Martin.
Fuck you!
We can't really talk about weed right now. I mean, and up and dude, they're gonna come
I
and get
didn't
you, bro.
speak directly about, but I
The
didn't
cop
say that.
on the
But
way to get
bloodlines.
your ass. See?
What the fuck on
So
here?
bloodlines.
Yeah, man.
Anyways,
Come
if you
get your
want
ass.
to talk about bloodlines, I can tell you about bloodlines as far as I know about bloodlines.
Okay. Get on with it.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, use some info. Go on. Hey, start talking there. Let's hear you.
So,
All right, okay, go.
don't make
Go,
me
let's hear you.
Darth Vader.
Get off your other tab. Get on this tab.
Donovan,
Don't
if you
make me
wanna
go,
be on the
Darth
back of a
Vader.
milk carton
In
tomorrow
fact,
morning,
like this.
I suggest to be quiet. You are sitting at 13 Arcorn Road Drive at Matthew's house. I know exactly where the fuck you is, Donovan. So I suggest.
I suggest you answer the question.
Oh God.
Okay, so bloodlines have been passed down for what we know as bloodlines before Ancestry.com to hand down to things. Most of the bloodlines that we hear about deal with royal families or Egyptian pharaoh time families, right? For bloodlines. What I find very ironic is after the third pharaoh of Imhotep, that is like really unwritten in their times, the bloodlines disappear, and then all of a sudden we have a Judea sect that says that their bloodlines came from King David.
You're onto something there.
What about the Black Kings and Queens? What about that bloodline?
The Yakub stuff is all nonsense. But yeah, so what happened was, if you look at the ancient DNA tests of the likes of Tutankhamun and Ramses II, these were white people with red hair. They were not brown people with brown eyes and black hair. They're what you call Arabs and that today. They have no history in that land whatsoever.
In Arizona. Arizona had the same thing. In Utah, red-haired giants.
Well, here's the thing.
Not just necessarily just giants, but if you look at the Paracas in the Americas, they had they look like some kind of extraterrestrial hybrid.
They use the name giant, but the thing is, like, back then, if someone was like 6.5 feet tall or 7 feet tall, they thought they were a fucking giant. But I mean, there was a tribe of people that lived alongside the Ojibwe and some other tribes, and they had red hair. They all did, right?
Yeah, the only people in this world who have red hair also have white skin, and they're so genetically distant to the rest of mankind that they classify as a different species altogether. Neanderthals had red hair too.
Are you right?
So there's only one group of redheads left, but these are the ancient people. These white redheaded people who were mostly around the far northwestern Europe. These are the same ancient people referred to in ancient books and prophecies and all that.
Have red hair.
But are they not considered bloodline of the elite?
No, because the people who call themselves elite these days, these are the imposters. What did Jeff just say? Like the true people seem to have disappeared. Something happened, and then a new group of people came pretending to be them. And this has been going on over and over again. My people sometimes re-emerge here and there, and they get hunted down all over the place. And this has been going on for thousands and thousands of years. And as I said before, the DNA test of the ancient pharaohs and stuff shows that these were the same people from the far northwestern Europe with red hair and white skin. They do not have brown skin.
To the pharaohs.
And these so-called elites, these are actually a guild of thieves. This is what they do. They lie, cheat, steal, and con artistry is their thing. It's what they do. So they've always done.
Aladdin and his 40 Thieves is based off that, what Jeremy just said. It is a history that's been rebound. And what Jeremy just said, Aladdin and 40 Thieves is actually based off what Jeremy just said.
Well, they tell.
I'm hoping that I don't get any feedback on this audio because it looks like I'm getting some feedback. But anyway,
I believe that they are very well versed and trained in what they do. They've been doing it for millennia.
Yes, but what's going on is these people have actually, like, I'm of the true people that. Of these people that are supposed to be the ancient race of people we want to call them, and these people claiming to be these days are not. Now what they've been doing for thousands of years is they rape and enslave my people, and because we are a different species, there are difficulties in reproducing, especially when it's a mother of my people and a male of anyone else. There's immune system incompatibilities with blood types and all that kind of stuff, and basically the good chance that there's a high fatality rate for the mother and the child. So it's difficult for them to harvest our genetics, and what they do, they just keep doing this with a lot of deaths until enough survive that they can have they get cursed with a kind of a partial infertility as a result because of the incompatibilities they inherit. So they have a lot of their children die as a result of mixing with my people, and they do this to harvest our genetics in order to claim themselves as these chosen people. They're just stealing a little bit of our genetics in order to claim to be us when they're not. They're just rapists. That's what they do. They're a guild of thieves.
Now, but their reign, okay, from what we understand, right? Everybody's gearing up to this light and dark battle. We've talked about this. So knowing that they are of the dark seed versus the light seed, right?
Yeah.
Jeremy, what exactly is going to transpire between said factions here? Because
Well,
I mean,
it's
dude,
like I'll explain. It's like cancer, right?
Right.
Cancer being the darkness and the host being the light is, it doesn't matter how this plays out. The darkness dies. What matters? The cancer dies, no matter what. But it's a matter of, does the host
How
survive
does
or not?
the darkness die? Did somebody bring the light?
Well, I'll give you an example of darkness. You go look at the Islam. The modern symbol for Islam, the so-called lunar crescent with a star inside or behind it. That star is actually Lucifer, the morning star. Islam is a puppet of Lucifer, the creator of the dark religions and ideologies
The bringer
to
of the
eclipse
light.
mankind in darkness. So if you look at the so-called lunar crescent, it's not a lunar crescent. You look at a solar eclipse and a lunar crescent. There's a clear angle of the light. This is a solar eclipse, and this goes back to the days of like the goddess Isis and her secret son Allah. Her secret son Allah. This is all the ancient religion of evil. The golden calf. Isis is the golden calf with the same solar eclipse symbol above the head. I can show you some
now how does that,
images.
okay? How does this listen? How does this right tie into the Catholic Church, Saturn, and modern day religion?
Saturn really isn't of much significance. It's more of an ancient cult kind of thing. So that's people like there's a lot of symbolism that's changed dramatically over time, and people copy symbols and they mean something different as than what they once did, and then people try and revive old cults and ideologies and stuff, and things often get even inverted to what they are. And people who do this, who are imposing themselves as my people, they do this intentionally, and then other people do it accidentally, and it's all a big giant pile of mess. So if you look at someone carrying a symbol, it could mean fuck knows what it means. It could mean all kinds of things.
Jeremy, what has Wait a Sec done? Exactly everything you just said.
Yes, you use the Illuminati symbol as a joke, as a joke, right? And then idiots lose their shit over that. They think that you're going to do stuff to them and stuff, and you walk around with an Illuminati symbol, and crazy people go crazy, and people do this as a joke.
They don't even know what it probably means.
With this symbolism, it's important to understand.
You did really well, Jeff. Really good work on creating that. I'm not shitting you.
With symbolism, don't focus less on the actual symbols and understand that they can mean something different than what you think they mean. And when you have like an ancient symbol and then a modern use of it, they might not even have anything to do with each other. And a lot of the time, people will use ancient symbols as to pretend that they're legitimate when they're just a fake. And people do this all the time.
Maybe they use it without an understanding of what it actually means.
But then there's other
believing in what it means, so they use it for what their believing is.
But you try not to just like look at like it's like this. You see a triangle everywhere. There's a triangle. Illuminati. It's like it's ridiculous, right? Don't do that same thing.
Right angle
people do the same thing when it comes to
33-degree angle, which makes it an obtuse triangle.
But people do this. They mismatch puzzle pieces where they don't belong, and some people deliberately play on that because they know people get paranoid and stuff. And today's world, it's understandable people get paranoid because there's lies and shit everywhere. But try to focus less on the actual symbolism. Try to understand the meaning behind whatever is going on in the world, and people behind this, that, and the other.
So what Jeremy just said, pay no attention to the symbol, but listen to the meaning. And wait a sec, we can't wake you up, but we'll set you free.
Look, I'm doing a recording right now. I'll upload later. I'm a red devil with a crown and a cigar in his mouth.
Can I say something for a second, please?
No, Donovan, you can. You've lost all privileges when you didn't show up with your own mobile device.
Well, I'm listening.
Isn't religion just like a business pretty much these days?
Well,
like,
can you define religion for me? Define religion.
Today's paradise is putting up
a really religious person.
Define religion for me.
Original slave tool of mankind.
He's trying.
Yeah.
See,
original clay
there is
tool of
there's no
mankind.
definition of religion anymore. It doesn't really. It's a word that has no meaning, just like spirituality or energy and shit like that. It doesn't mean anything anymore.
That word religion can very well describe science too, because I can't really prove these
Science
things
is
in my own
still
home.
such a
Like, I
vague
can't prove
term these
God, right?
days.
You gotta
So- I like to define religion as just being an ideology. Instead, just religion being directly interchangeable for ideology, because ideology is something that can be better explained.
Religion
and
is
dealt with.
man-made. Religion
let me
is the slave tool of all
Yeah,
mankind.
The idea.
Now, to
you have
believe
these
in a
people- you have
creator,
these
Jeff,
people
to
that
believe in
preach
somebody
church
that is
and
greater
think
than
they're
what
like,
we did
I
is fathom,
am
and it is
from God.
possible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But to believe that there is a fucking God and Almighty, this, that, or the other, well, if it was so true, why is there 16 books written about it, but
Let
only the
me
Vatican
explain
allowed
then. I'm
3
trying to explain.
verses?
I'm trying in the middle of explaining something. So religion is when people think of religion, they're thinking of they're thinking of an ideology, but they're not just thinking of any ideology. They're talking about a theistic ideology, whereas religion should just be seen as an ideology in general. Because when you say religion, what you're really saying, and the idea you're putting forth, whether you realize it or not, is you're saying that okay, theology is the problem, and therefore atheism is the solution. Therefore, atheism cannot be anti-religious. When in fact the truth is, the most dangerous religion and ideology today is atheistic, more than theistic. And
Okay,
atheism
but
does not mean science either. It can
Okay,
mean
but
all kinds of things.
I think that religion messes up people more than it helps, though. Because
Yes, but you know why it messes people up so much that they
Okay,
can't
hey,
define
while you
religion.
guys, I'm gonna
You're
ask
condemning
somebody in this
people. You're
panel.
condemning people. You're condemning people for something you can't even define. That right there is the problem.
So Donovan said that religion to this day, yada yada, might not help people. And I'm gonna interact as Gordon, did religion not help you to get your shit and your ducks in a row?
Nah, it fucking it gave me something to be afraid of. Right?
So,
You know,
Donna,
that's the original thing behind it. I think having too much fear leads to inaction. And that's exactly what they use it for.
so Donna, would you classify say Christianity as religion?
well, yeah, I'm a Christian myself. Yeah, that's a
Okay.
religion. 'Cause
Okay, would
Jesus
you
Christ-
classify democracy as a religion?
If
No,
God
that's
wills
politics,
it,
that's
I will
politics.
take over
Just
your...
yes or no? Would you classify democracy as a religion?
Yes.
No,
he
we're
said
on
no.
other sides of the field.
Okay, so what? Yeah, so this is just what I said. So you got theology is supposedly religion, interchangeable terms, and therefore instead of being anti-ideology, you're actually anti-theology. So you're this is a theist, anti-theist. So you're
Okay.
a type of atheist. So it's not it's not
So
just
you could
anti-atheist.
actually get a
Yeah,
job
let me,
where
Jeff,
they have
let
the
me,
high
can you let me finish?
resolving
Can you let me
provider.
finish explaining, please? Atheist fits into two main forms. There's those who are just lack a theology, or those who are anti-theology, and you seem to be the anti-theology type. A lot of people don't realize that there are two very different forms of atheism that are actually can be opposite. So you're anti-theism. This is, and what you're doing, right, is when you're
Okay.
saying that democracy is not a religion yet Christianity is what you're saying is you're putting democracy on a pedestal as though it's a scientific thing, and then you're
Okay.
putting Christianity as though it's unscientific, and you're creating you're pushing
Well,
this narrative that's being
Christianity is supposed to be
Jeff,
divine.
can I please finish? You're putting forward this idea that one thing is legitimate and the other thing is not, based on just the twisting of terms that change from sentence to sentence. And what you're doing is you're actually being an ideologue by doing that. The very thing that you're claiming to fight against turns out the very thing that you're actually fighting for. And that's how these
Really?
tricks work. So
Well, for me,
democracy
I'm
is in
just
fact an ideology.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just
If you
trying to
actually
live
look,
my
if you
life
go,
the
if
way I
you can go
wanna
up to,
live
you
my
can go
life.
onto Google right now. Look up political ideology. I'll do it right now, because I'm on the video. Political
I
list
can go
of.
on
Yeah, I can
Google
totally
right
see
now
your
and look
screen.
up ilovepussy.com and it's gonna say this is not a fucking safe link, by all means, click on it. Pretty sure some of my friends
Here
will
we
still
go.
fuck shit up. But
Nudiepics.com is not a safe link. Click it anyway. Why not?
right, like I'm over 18.
Social
Yeah, go ahead.
anarchism,
27.
Meganism, collective anarchism.
At least once a night.
Political.
Well, I can tell you
In fact,
this:
I'll just go to
as
the
an
main page, I'll
atheist,
click here.
yo, bro,
Anarchism,
as an
communism,
atheist,
conservatism. I'll just go through. Look, anarchism, communism, conservatism, environmentalism, fascism, feminism, liberalism, nationalism. These are all ideologies.
Oh my God!
Including
Keep
democracy.
going, bro. You're giving me an orgasm here.
These are all ideologies,
I know, I
and
was
these are
touching
by
myself
definition
too.
actually religions. So when does it become, if you want to say a religion is an ideology? Well, people
I
don't
can tell
necessarily
you
mean
when
it
it
in that
becomes
context.
religion.
So what they mean is when you're an ideologue, when you are a rigid follower of an ideology, it becomes a religion. So it's like you can say that a religion is a rigid follower, blind follower of an ideology. So when you're a blind follower of an ideology, it doesn't matter whether
somebody who
Jeff,
witnesses a divine intervention or a divine action and
Jeff.
preaches upon it, because it is not within
I'm in
humanity's
the
realm to
middle of
explain.
explaining a point. When you are a rigid follower
There
of
you
an
go.
ideology, it doesn't matter what you want to call it, what label you want to call it. If you are a rigid follower of anything, any ideology or any idea, that is by definition a delusion and a psychosis. It's toxic. It doesn't matter if you're even right or wrong, because it will always lead to the same path. It's like cancer, and it will grow and grow and grow and corrupt everything. So the the point is you need to deal, instead of, as what Matt said before about symbolism and different symbolism and Saturnism and stuff like that. Look past the symbolism and symbols and look at what they actually mean.
The power
point
within the symbol.
It's not.
I've
The
stopped.
symbols have no power. Have power in themselves. It's just like drawing in the sand. That's all they
It's
are.
a fucking a 1 and a 0.
Well, dude, you know what? I will kindly disagree with the power of a symbol, and the only reason why is because I will disagree. I will kindly disagree.
Because you've been around, wait a sec.
Right. Well, wait a sec. They
I
have
don't need kindness. I
completely,
need arguments, premises, and evidence.
they've disassembled. Literally, they've disassembled all of these symbols and hijacked them to their own benefit. So why would they do that if there's no power in this symbology?
Yeah. Okay. Who is they?
The Illuminati, the Rockefellers, the these
The
people,
ones that make
Well,
you
there is no
wait a
Illuminati,
sec.
and they were just a gentleman's club a long time ago. But what you're talking about, you're trying to say that there's a bunch of like filthy rich conspirators who are going around stealing shit and twisting everything upside down. Now, what I'm saying
is there not?
sure there are elite groups, not one but many elite groups.
I do it
of
on
filthy rich
Facebook
people who
for
do this.
ClearNet.
But
If you
let me
cannot see what I have done,
Jeff,
and
can
I
please-
do it openly, I mimic the shit that I do off the elites that have been doing this for centuries. I have mimicked everything I've done off everything that has been basic given knowledge from them said elite motherfuckers. And this is the reason why I've been able to capitalize on everything I've done, is because I play the same game they have played. As an atheist, when I die, I'll be all dressed up and have nowhere to go.
Now what I'm saying, let me finish my point. Is what I'm saying is that it's not just, you don't just blame. Okay, it's like a 1% problem or a 0.1% problem. What I'm saying is that everyone does the same shit. When you if you're given the same power they've been given, you'll do the same shit as they do. And everyone says, no, I won't, no, I won't. So a new hero comes along and they betray everyone. And then, oh, okay, we failed that time, we'll try it again. A new hero comes along, everyone starts believing in them, failed again and again and again. Because everyone's doing the same shit over and over again and expecting a different result. And not realizing why it's going wrong.
Let's just stop the train for a second. Let's pull over for a second. Can I say something very quick, please? So, I need to explain this because it's been bothering me ever since we started. So let's just say, apparently somebody told me, and I believed them, that God wants you to live your life to the fullest. That also can include not believing in religion. Do you still believe in God?
I believe in myself.
Thank you, me too.
I said before that religion doesn't necessarily have anything to do with theology, yet people use it and they misuse terms and they change. This is the thing. It's one thing to believe something and use words to mean one thing, and someone else means something different, and you don't understand. You're both talking two different languages, but it's something else altogether. When everyone does this, is they'll use words like racism, religion, and all these buzzwords, and they will knowingly and deliberately, every sentence it'll mean something different to suit whatever their agenda is, and people will lie so much, so often. And deceive and trick and change definitions of words that it becomes second nature. And they are deliberately doing it, and this is what everyone does, and they deliberately. Jeff, can I finish, please?
So wait a sec. So
everyone does this. Everyone does this, and they change. They use vague words, and they change the definitions on the fly all over the place, and everyone's so used to it that they do it. They do it every day. And it's like this: if you go see advertisements everywhere you go, if you take someone like 200 years ago and you showed them a city today, they would be horrified. They'd be like, "What's all these brainwashing and shit? This is crazy. It's not normal." It's like if you go to a Chinese website, it's full of 100 ads compressed into the thing. You click something, another 100 ads pops up. That's how far things have gone. And because people are indoctrinated from cradle to grave, they don't realize how far it's gone. It becomes automatic behavior.
Jesus.
And it's contagious. That automatic behavior is contagious, and I call it like ideological viruses.
I prey upon it.
So wait a second.
You said the wrong word, dude. He's not going to give up now. He's going to keep going on. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Is
being an atheist a bad thing, though?
No, no, bro. You're good in my books. You're gonna live to see another fucking year.
I've got an answer to that. There's a definition that changes it. Okay,
well,
so
apparently I'm gonna be on the back
why does
of
automatic behavior, is it good or bad? It can be either. It requires context. It's like saying something is positive, it's always good. Something's negative, it's always bad. Well, if I'm HIV negative, then that's a good thing. If I'm HIV positive, that's a bad thing. So positivity is not always good, negativity is not always bad. And people deliberately narrow definitions out of their original context, and just to say one thing and mean the other. What I keep saying, look beyond the words and the symbols and stuff. Words are symbols, letters are symbols, and look into what they mean, because you need to understand what someone's trying to say and their motives behind it. So when someone says
the emoji,
words like religion,
that's the emotion, the emoji behind it.
When people use words, if you don't
Yo,
understand,
that was fucking awesome.
If
Matt,
you don't understand
we have
all this,
to record that part.
You don't understand what they're saying and what they're meaning. And the whole point of it is that everyone's just full of shit, and they're just trying to trick each other. And they've been doing this from cradle to grave as though it's normal. They don't even
now.
And it becomes, let me be finished. And it becomes automated behavior. Well, that kind of automated behavior is a bad thing, and it's not like all automated behavior is a bad thing, because you learn to walk. Walking is automated behavior. It allows you to walk and do many other things.
What's on my mind?
I'd like to be able to answer. So
Jeremy,
I'd like to be able to answer, please. Automated behavior can be good or...
Hold on.
Can I please answer, Jeff? Automated behavior. Automated behavior can be a good or a bad thing, and it's usually a bad thing, but only sometimes a good thing. From learning to walk and stuff like that, it can be a good thing. But when you
wait a second, is automatic behavior
when you apply it,
when you pictures at exactly 10 o'clock at night, every night?
When you apply it to ideas...
Your emoji doesn't match your behavior.
I'd like to answer this.
I'd like you guys to stop talking over one another.
When you apply rigid ideas and you don't question them, that's when it becomes toxic. It doesn't matter if the original argument was even true or false. Even if it's true, it always goes toxic. And when it comes to learning to walk, these are basic necessities of life that were trained through evolution, through trial and error over like more than 1 billion years. This is not the same as someone who's just for the first time ever has come up with this idea. It's never been tested, and then you just blindly follow this idea and you build upon it like a rotten foundation. And this is where you get ideologies from. So when it comes to ideas, all ideas must be questioned at all times. You can be really confident in something, but you could still be wrong, no matter how confident you are. And if you block yourself off from scrutiny and the possibility of being wrong, then you are already definitely wrong. Whether the original argument was true or false doesn't matter, because you've already gone down the dark path of corruption. This is why debate is key to the solution to everything.
I know.
It's like an
Speaking of
antivirus.
debates, when can I get my $6,000?
I need $6,000.
Jeremy owes me $6,000 for kicking his ass 6 times in debates.
I'm not giving you $6,000.
I was there that day. I heard that too that day, but I don't think you won. It wasn't even really a debate.
I mean, I hope that the point I was trying to make got through, because automated behavior, it's a double-edged sword that usually ends up cutting the person wielding it. It's like a man in the woods with a chainsaw. If you don't wield that chainsaw properly, it's gonna cut you up, and it's gonna chop down all the trees everywhere. It's a power that comes with responsibility. Mankind has all these intellectual powers. It's only new to using them. And
So
when you bring ideologies
social
to
media
mankind
actually-
and you empower it, you empower mankind in ways it's never been empowered with before. Yeah, it doesn't have the evolutionary disposition that's been trained to work with those powers, and it's going to go all over the place, or it's going to go wrong. It needs a guide, an external guide, someone who's walked that path the long and hard way and done it right. Mankind is just a baby when it comes to knowledge and ideologies and stuff like that.
Can I please add to that? The way we used to communicate to each other to the way we communicate today has been altered pretty seriously because of the invention of the smartphone. And I got to say one thing, I'm not a big fan of them, because every time I get on the bus, it's like I am interrupting them. I am doing this wrong. They're looking at me as
I don't see what is your problem with
somebody
smartphones, though?
is getting mad that you interrupt their fucking phone time. I would take their phone and hawk it out the window and be like,
Thank
"Yo,
you.
bitch, when I was a kid, we had to eat dirt." You know what I mean?
I computer program and
Sorry, I
design.
gotta check my
I design
messages
evolutions
first.
and shit. I like this technology is all too familiar to me. I'm all for technology, but it comes with your responsibility and
the
capacity to use it right.
responsibility part. A lot of
So
people
when
don't have
people
the
when someone who is not really knowledgeable and equipped to deal with technology sees someone else using technology and they say, "Oh, you're abusing it." Well, are you really equipped to? Are you really qualified to judge yourself?
Well,
How do
I
you
would
know
say
who's right?
yes. I would
How do you
say
know
yes,
if you're
I'm
right or they're
qualified
right?
to
You don't know. So in order to
For
know,
me, it's just
how
like,
do you
get
know?
off your phone and talk to somebody face to face. That's the way you talk to people.
Well, we're not talking to face, are we?
Well,
Okay, you
some
got
of
me.
us are.
Hey
And I'm
guys,
talking to myself, actually. I'm looking at myself on a screen as a big red devil with some really cool stuff he's wearing. You'll see it later. I'll show you. But
yo, say hello
they
to.
they said the
stop
same
for a
thing with
minute,
phones.
Please. Say hello to the Dragon, my co-host from the Matrix Minds, just come in here. So Steven Vasco, say hello to everybody. Jeremy.
Hello.
Hey, Steven.
There you go.
How are you guys doing?
Hold on.
How are you doing? How are you, gentlemen?
I can't see who's in the call. I've got like, what was it? I'm using 34 screens right now, but I need like 40 plus.
Wow.
Yes, I'm using 34 screens. I need more though. I need specific ones for big windows and stuff like that. A lot of these screens are like small screens, so.
Hey, Hunter, turn off your video feed, bro, and it won't lag the chat. Just go to your icon.
Yeah, I hope the point I was trying to make
there you go.
when it's that it sunk in is like, people have all these ideas and people think, okay, I'm right, you're wrong, because I've done a little bit of thinking on it and I'm pretty convinced I'm right, and people do this and they take shortcuts and they don't really know if they're right or wrong, and they don't put it to the test. And this is the key to everything, to solving everything, is to put things to the test. Instead of everyone's got their magic cyanide pill, instead of trying to push this magic cyanide pill on everyone all at the same time, everyone has to take this magic pill on the same day, in the same hour, the same second, and just trust me. This is what everyone's doing. That's what you do. Is you need to prove.
Fuck! You want to create a cult? If you can get cyanide pills, and honestly, I will convince a lot of people to take them at the same time. I would just like to see you get your hand on cyanide pills, because this would be fucking awesome for me if you could really do that. But
the solution
the
is
design
testing
I
ideas.
built a freaking
Any
smartphone.
idea that you propose, instead of saying, okay, here's my solutions, everyone needs to just do what I tell you, and I need to consolidate power and try and scheme to get more power and just put it all over people because it's somehow justified because I'm somehow right. There's a very different way to do this. Is you sit at the table instead of hiding in the side of like it's a big room with a table in the center. Everyone, it's like imagine this: you got 100 people in a room. Everyone claims to be be Jesus, right? 100 Jesuses in a room. What do you think they're going to do? They're gonna back against the wall. They're not going to talk to each other.
As a Roman Catholic, I'm pretty much gonna like crucify everybody in that room. But that was just
off
that was
topic.
raised Roman Catholic, right?
Off topic. I'd like to finish the point. So if you've got a room full of 100 Jesuses, like a Big Brother house, right? 100 Jesuses, a giant Big Brother house, and there's a big table in the center of the room. None of those Jesuses are going to be sitting on the table. They're all going to be sitting. They'll be going to be hiding against the walls, like avoiding each other, like the plague, because they don't want to be scrutinized. They don't want to be put to the test because, hey, what if one of these other Jesuses has got a stronger claim than me? Because deep down, I don't really believe what I'm saying, and I'm just kind of winging it. But you know, if someone who's confident in what they're saying, even whether they're true or false, they're the one that's going to be sitting on the table waiting for the others. And do you think any of those? Do you think any of? I've done this with potential Jesuses all around the world. They're all scared shitless of me.
Sorry. Who's got the echo?
I
Yeah,
just
I can hear an
brought
echo.
ex-con in here,
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
and he is. How do I explain who you are, Con?
Oh, I'm an artist.
Jesus Christ, you got a fucking masky picture, like as your.
No.
Oh, get off of it, get.
Ex-con.
Yeah, more.
Explain who you are.
I'm a member of the Second Generation Outlaws, and I'm affiliated with several groups all working to make a difference in our communities.
Can I ask you one question?
Sure.
As an outlaw, do you have any in-laws?
Those are dad jokes, man.
Do you call it? Did you talk to them about this? Do they know that you're an outlaw as their in-laws? Has it ever been brought up?
Well, no. I worked with Tupac and the Outlaws, you know. So that's my line.
Oh, I'm like Piston. I got a 13 pack.
I do hip hop music.
This is my boy. I've been doing
It's
the videos
nice to
with.
joke and all that stuff. Is
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Anon videos, trying to bring it into the Anon movement, for looking for a change and stuff. He's the fella we released the video for.
Could you like honestly not see what my picture is?
Illuminati.
yeah, I see exactly what it is. I'm with the Illuminati.
Oh, really?
Hang
You're
on.
part of fucking
I put-
Trayvon.
I
I'm
put
a
a K
pick
on
on
it.
you
I
like
remember
a little
Illuminati.
bitch.
I put a K on that and I kill that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Do you know of the Manhattan?
Because if I wanna, because I'm not gonna let that shit stop me from what I need to do.
Yeah,
the
just
the
give me a
Illuminati
sec
were the
so I
ones
can
that.
find your killonotomy. Where's Trayvon? Hold up. Wait
man.
a sec. Where's Trayvon? Let me show you what your people are about.
Look, we were
Wait a minute. What you mean your people?
we were
Fuck
supposed
you.
to.
Fuck you mean your people?
You're
What about your fucking
He's being racist. That's what. Yo, hold up, calm down. I'm gonna address the
I'm racist because I can run faster than everyone.
Jeff,
Truth be told, we got an echo rage because I can hear my voice. Yeah.
Hey, look. I'm not on here to
Yo, are you part of the anti-establishment? You want to go against the Illuminati?
Listen. I'm not here to
Yeah, I didn't
argue
think so.
or
Dude,
talk
I didn't bring.
shit.
I didn't bring.
I
him
came
into that.
I came here to have some intellectual dialogue about religion and whatever the
bloodline?
topic was.
That's what we were supposed to be talking about, bro.
Yes, what we're talking about. Yeah.
Not to start, you know what I'm saying, talking, you know what I'm saying.
Well, don't apologize.
Racist shit or
The first thing,
I'm
dude.
not
Don't
racist.
apologize. If you want to talk
I'm
about,
not racist. I love all people. I have an open mind, and my job is to take people like you and help you understand.
What do you mean, people like me?
well,
Yeah,
what if you
well,
need
the
to
same
understand?
thing, like
What if
you
you're the
said,
one that
when you
needs to
said
understand?
My people, you know. So
Yeah. Kill
You said it
Illuminati?
first.
What are you part of that Kill Omni sect? Trayvon's fucking goof sect? Is it?
No, bro. No, bro.
Okay, is
No.
there anyone here? Is
No.
there anyone
The
here who can accurately and correctly define religion? Because I kind of went over the details and I did get interrupted a lot, but I think I kind of made my point. But is anyone else
Jeremy,
here?
right about now you're about to come minuscule. Because there's a guy that showed up in here with a fucking anonymous mask talking about Kill Illuminati or
You
something.
got Jeff.
Beside
You
the,
must be
beside the
stoned
point.
because
Look, I've got a question. I've got a question for everyone here.
no. You Jeff is stoned. Simple as that. Because my boy Khan does not have an anon mask. That would be Steven. Okay, and Steven ain't talking shit.
I apologize.
Hello, Stephen. We had that show
Steven,
yesterday, remember?
get your shit together.
Hey,
Mr.
Jeff.
Khan.
Hey, Jeff. Kiss my ass.
Even ex-con is not talking shit, bro. He's not. He came here. We were talking. We were going to talk the bloodlines. We were going to talk about religions and the bloodlines. And you guys just—I don't know what the hell. Try it again.
Talk to religion.
Damn.
yeah, because my personal bloodline, you know what I'm saying, it has European in it, and I can trace my ancestry to the line of kings and queens. So I do have that, what you call quote unquote
To
royal
what?
blood.
To what year?
I traced it all the way into Europe. I took a DNA test.
Yeah, cool
my-
story, bro. 1400s, 1600s, 1700s. Where does your lineage start?
The black kings and queens came before the white ones.
Can I just look? There's a lot of hot air. There's a lot of hot air here, dude.
Unfortunately, my friend, it's not black, and unfortunately, I traced my ancestry and straight through marriage. I'm here. There was no slavery on my father's side, and I traced it right into the origins of America and into Europe to the lines of kings and queens. I am an ancestor of the King Edward. I have Cecily.
King Edward
Farrar.
the
She was
Third or
on the-
King Edward the Fourth? You're talking English heritage. You're not a slave as a black man. Your people had nobility. You're talking about King Henry.
No, like I have the same grandparents as Thomas Jefferson. Martha Branch and Christopher Branch are my grandparents 7 times removed on my tree. So I am not racist. I love all people. I don't like people who have closed minds. But I work to help people that do have closed minds, to help them open up and understand that you can't judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? You have to judge.
That's kind of what I was actually saying before about symbolism, actually. I was making the same point regarding symbolism. But while I get a moment to speak, there's a lot of hot air and everyone's getting agitated. Can I just let some steam out and put the button on the kettle? Just give me a sec. Give me a sec.
I'm not done talking to the new cat on the stage. So just wait a sec, Jeremy. Because
There we
I
go.
would like
It's
to
alright,
talk
all
to
sorted now.
Tom.
I just need to let off some steam. There we go.
Wow. Do you feel better, Jeremy?
Oh yeah. I just lost 10 kilos.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Damn. Pop the balloon.
Jesus, don't fart that hard, man.
I'm popping balloons here, sorry.
Was that full of helium?
Okay. So anyways, back to fucking talking to Mr. Khan. Yeah? Khan!
So the topic being religion, it is actually tied to
Oh,
bloodlines
the
and stuff.
Star
They're
Trek
the same
reference.
top. They are the
Anyways,
same topic.
Khan, I would like to know what year you can
one
trace your lineages back
One of
to.
my songs is going to be called "The Wrath of Khan." So.
Nice.
But on the topic of,
and it's going to be about ignorant people like you.
Oh.
My name
On the
is Jeff
topic of-
Kenyon. Spell it properly.
I don't have to spell your shit. You can use
I'll
your
do a
slave
spell.
language and spell it yourself.
I'm gonna have to do a spell.
Now you see what I'm up against every now and then, Con.
Not laughing at
He's hard to deal with, bro.
It's all good. I mean, shit. You know, if he wants to talk shit, we can talk shit. I mean, he's hiding behind the screen. Keep that in mind, though, because if he saw me face to face, I'm pretty sure he's gonna say half the shit he's saying, and that's real.
Oh shit! You think the talk over
That's
that?
that's real. You know what I'm saying? You could be a keyboard warrior all you want. You know what I'm saying? You can
Nigga,
say all you
roll
want.
up. Put
Yeah,
your
whatever.
screen on the fucking blast.
Whatever. And I'm not no fucking nigger.
Well, the way you talk, man, I think that's some cultural appropriation there, sir. You should apologize.
Alright, on the topic, because the bloodlines and religion are all connected, right? On the topic, okay,
Yeah,
the,
like
the,
I
the elephant
said,
in the room here,
hide
the elephant
behind
in the room
a
here. Question,
profile,
I've got a
yeah.
question. I've got a question. Can anyone here confidently and accurately define in intricate detail the definition of religion?
42.
I'm 42, actually.
That's the answer to everything.
Well, actually, if you take, I think if you take, no, I can't remember, there's a math question that it ends up when your birth year. Long story, but anyway, can anyone accurately and confidently define religion?
The original slave tool of mankind.
Say, can I go to
Does
Wiki?
anyone here have actual expertise on this matter? Because I do.
So go ahead. Let me hear what you think about the definition of religion.
Well, I did define it before you joined. I can go over some details again if you want, but I'm asking if anyone here, does anyone here have a confident idea of what they think religion even is? Is anyone here? That's my question.
Mind, a way of behaving, an individual human trait, or a way of behaving based on which you believe.
Where are you getting this definition from?
I'm just winging it.
Yeah, you just wing it. So you don't. What I'm saying, you're not confident in this shit. Do you all understand here that this is a vague word that can be used to mean practically anything you want it to mean?
It's like the word the.
No, the has a. It's not. Meaning it's a precursor for a descriptive word. It's not the same kind of. It's not a noun. It leads to a noun. But so does anyone not understand the dilemma here? Is
I don't think
how
we're
can
meant
anyone
to
discuss
actually
or even
understand what it
debate?
is.
How can anyone discuss or even debate a topic that cannot even be defined, where no one can even confidently and accurately define? Like I went through a lot of details. I can define it.
There's no definitive definition.
Because the point I made before is religion is often misused to really mean theology, whereas the most dangerous religions of all are actually atheist religions. And I'm not a theologian. I'm a type of atheist that you probably haven't even heard before. For example, do you know there's such thing as a Christian atheist? They're not contradictory. They don't contradict each other. There's actually such thing as a Christian atheist. Christian atheism.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, look it up, Christian. I'll do it on the video I'm doing right now because I'm recording.
I look at religion. I look at religion like this. You know, like they say.
Here we go.
You know, people kill people. Guns don't kill people. You know what I'm saying? And religion. When it comes to religion, I believe that religion's not bad, but the people that practice it might be.
No.
Organized.
I'd say something different.
Religion is bullshit.
Now, I would say something different. I would say that some religions religion can be pure evil. Religion can be potentially pure good. Religion is usually often a mix of both, but there is one main religion in this world that is pure evil, and people can be the same.
If you say, wait a sec, is a pure religious evil, I will
I made
not
a religion,
disagree.
actually. Terrorism. It sounds like terrorism, and it's supposed to sound like terrorism. Bit up. Islam, for example, is a religion where I say is a religion of pure evil. Anyone wants to debate otherwise, like I say that every Muslim is a terrorist and a pedophile. Do you read the Quran and Hadith? This is what they command. That commands them to do on every page. This is not like a bizarre misquoting somewhere. This is on every single page. It tells them to rape children and shit. Every page.
And this is where Jeremy and me, I'm like, I just sit back and I listen because I respect his views.
But Christianity,
no, these are not just
Christianity has it. But Christianity
All right,
has
hey!
No,
Everybody
Christianity
simmer
does
the
not do the
fuck
same
down.
thing. You wanna
Matthew
show
was
me?
saying something.
Okay,
Have
if
some
Christianity-
respect and let the people
Jeff.
that normally base these
Jeff.
talk.
You're just
Jeff, let him speak.
obnoxious fuck. And I can sound louder than you and overpower you. And what the fuck would that do, you dumb bitch? It doesn't
You're
do
speaking-
nothing, you fucking idiot.
You're
Fucking
speaking so
joke,
loud
man.
that my avatar is actually speaking your voice from the feedback. But yeah, Jeff, just let. We're trying to say something, so whatever you're going to say, just let him speak.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said, Matthew.
I guess he said what he was going to say, so I guess I'll say my response. So, when one religion says to rape children and shit and behead children and shit, and you're saying Christianity does the same, okay, show me where Christianity where Christianity commands Christians to go around raping children and suicide bombing and shit. Show me where Christianity teaches that.
They did. It was called the Dark Ages.
No, they
if I
didn't.
remember
Show me
right.
where Christianity. Show me where Christianity teaches that.
And now it. I mean, it doesn't.
Exactly, it doesn't. So it does. Now it doesn't. Christianity does not teach people to do that at all. And there
But
is
you
no
can't
history
tell
of
me
widespread.
that
There is no widespread history of Christians ever doing that either.
Yes, there is.
Islam, on the other hand, is the extreme
Christians
as
doing
extreme
what?
can go. Opposite.
Well, there was a point in America where people used Christianity to enslave people.
Damn
No, they
straight.
didn't.
They used it.
No, they
used
didn't.
it in Europe.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
They didn't. Well,
Okay,
last
who
time
was
I
enslaved?
checked,
Who was enslaved in America?
King James used his Bible to keep his people under control.
King
'cause they
James
were-
is a fucking skid.
Okay,
King
well,
James.
that's good. I'm glad you feel that way about
Okay,
King James.
when did
but
King James live? When was King James living?
King James used the Bible to.
Yes,
the
King
Bible
James
to-
version.
to
Yes.
keep
King
his
So
James,
this is-
the first which the Bible
James-
was
King
rewritten
James
on, is the
organized-
14th century.
King James was several hundred years ago, long before all the American and Australia and all that. So this has got nothing to do with it.
And then, and if you look at it now, you know, well, Christian people, if you don't agree with their religion, in some cases,
You're not
they look
no,
down.
dude. I'm not going to let you continue because you're not answering the question. Stop diverting off topic and just making stuff up. You're saying that Christianity and King James apparently redefined Christianity to make it a pro-slavery thing, and therefore Christians enslaved people in America as a result. Who
I
was
didn't say
enslaved?
he was slaving.
Answer
I didn't
the
say
question.
he was slaving people.
No.
I said that he was using the Bible to keep his people under control.
I'm not
Right.
interested in. I'm not interested
They were
in
getting
diversions.
out of
Answer the
control,
question. You
so
made a.
he
No,
used
no.
it
I'm
to
not
keep
interested.
control.
I'm not interested in lies and diversions. You're saying things that are false, and you're not answering the question. You're just making accusation after accusation that are all false.
Okay.
So
All
you're
right.
saying. You're
All
saying.
right.
You're saying.
That's
You're
that's
saying
your
that
opinion.
Christians.
That's your
You're
opinion.
saying that Christians. No, answer the
I
question.
live here in America. I can tell you that there are
You
Christians
live in
here
the United
in
States.
and America, United States, whatever you choose to call it. I live here, and there are Christians here that don't even follow their own book. Period. Okay?
So
They,
is that
they don't.
okay? Whose
They
fault
don't.
is that? Whose fault is that?
That's like I said before.
Gordon's fault.
Like I
Whose
said
fault
to you
is that?
before. Like I said to you before, religion is like guns. You know what I'm saying? People
Yeah,
kill
you
people.
just did.
Guns
No,
don't
look,
kill
you
people.
stop diverting, and answer the question. You're saying that
I'm not
Christianity.
answering your question the way you want me to answer it. I'm
No,
not
you're not.
diverting.
No, you're not answering. You're lying. Oh, you're just lying over and over. Answer the damn question. Stop lying. Stop trying to just make stuff up over and over and over again. Answer the damn question.
I'm
You're saying
looking
that
up-
Christianity is responsible for slavery, and you're making up all these lies. And you're saying in America, American slavery. Okay, who was enslaved in America?
Well, let's look
Answer the
up Salem
question.
witch trials, okay? Let's let's do that. The Salem witch
Answer
trials.
the question. Who was enslaved in
I
America? Answer the
actually
question.
think there's only one person in this chat who is an ordained minister who would be qualified to answer that question.
It's the one that's asking the question. So look, if Christianity enslaved all these people in America, who did they enslave?
Their own people.
Yeah, they enslaved their own people.
Okay, how is this different than every other ideology, theology, or or atheist? How is this any different?
Well, it's really not, because you can take any religion to an extreme, Jeremy.
Because I can say that Christianity is the reason why we have all the science and modern culture and technology we have today. Not because of Islam, not because of Hinduism, not because of ancient Greek ideologies, because of Christianity. So, who was enslaved in America? You're saying it was their own followers. So these are people who choose Christianity then, and they choose to be slaves.
Well, yeah, they were I know that the black man here in America was given a Bible, and they were.
Then now we're getting to it. Now we're getting to it. We're getting to the real answer. So what you're trying to say?
They had to accept Jesus Christ. And being beat to accept Jesus Christ. So was that practicing true Christianity? No, it was a diversion. It was a diversion of Christianity, and they polluted it, and they took away from what it really supposed to be. And then
you're completely full of shit. You've already answered. I'm going to make my response now. You've already answered. So this is exactly as I thought. So this has got nothing to do with Christianity. You come here saying you're not racist. When if I walk into a conversation,
I'm not racist because I don't have a religion.
If I walk into a conversation. If I walk into a conversation and say, I'm not a criminal, I'm not a rapist and stuff like that, what do you think people are going to think?
What kind of fucking niggerology
Jeff,
is
Jeff, can you please let me answer? So what this is
I
really
don't
about,
have a religion because it
can I
takes
please answer?
People like you, and it puts you up against other groups of people.
Right. Oh,
I have no problem being up against other groups of people.
So if I don't have a religion and I just love the Creator, then I'm not going to have a problem with anybody.
Yeah, look, can you let me answer? Because you're diverting. You're just diverting.
I'm going to respect.
Well, why don't you respect me and let me answer?
I'm going to respect what he believes, and I'm going to respect what he believes.
Well, why don't you let me answer then?
But if you
yell louder, doesn't mean you're winning.
If you enforce your beliefs on me, I do not have to accept those beliefs.
Okay, well, you're enforcing your beliefs on me, you hypocrite. You little lying hypocrite.
And you read what whoever your imaginary God is or your theologians are,
Ma'am,
and you
need to calm down.
And you developed your thought process to forcefully force what
there's
you
no
believe
reason for you to be yelling.
Look in the mirror,
Just
son. You're a
calm.
fucking hypocrite. Yeah. You're a liar and you're a hypocrite, and you won't even let me answer because you're full of shit. You know exactly where this is going. What you're trying to do is you're trying to say that Christianity is white, racist, supremacist, and the black man is a victim. Let's talk about black slavery in America, because this is where this is. I knew you were going to go. Let me answer. Let me answer. You want to respect me? Then show respect and let me answer. Of all the black slaves that were taken to America, white people never enslaved a single one of them. Did you know that? White people never enslaved a single black person. They were already slaves. They were already slaves in Africa, enslaved by their own kind.
And sold by their own people.
No, they were enslaved by their own kind, who sold their own kind to Muslims and Jews.
Right,
I would like to finish answering. I would like to finish answering.
Show me a slave
I would like
ship.
to finish answering.
Show me a slave ship.
I would like to finish answering.
Show me a slave ship.
I would like to finish answering.
Show me a slave ship.
I would like to finish answering. So Muslims and Jews went to black people and enslaved them. You go look up the Arab slave trade. It is still up in operation today. It is the world's biggest slave trade that is still in operation today. They are still massively enslaving black people in Africa right now, and Africans are being transported in many high numbers into Europe, and they're being ambushed along the way by Muslims in order to enslave them. the modern enslavement of blacks. If you don't know this is going on, then you really need to put aside everything you've been told, because it's all bullshit. This is widely known today. It is all over the news. So when it comes to
I'm aware of that.
Okay, so you at least know. So it is the issue. It is the issue.
There's plenty of groups that enslave other groups.
Let me finish. Let me finish answering. So you at least acknowledge that I'm not making this up. That it is true. So when it comes to the blacks, blacks that were taken to the Americas and stuff, there were supposedly 12 million of them that were. Did you know that only 5% of those slaves made it into British North America? 95%
Do you know
of them
why
went
the
everywhere
black
else.
folk are genetically
Jeff,
wickedly
can you please let me answer?
stacked
Jeff,
in today's industry? Is because when the slave ships were being traded, they only chose the most athletic black folk that was doing to there. Do you know the word slave is Scandinavian? Do you know Scandinavians are white
people.
folk?
Yes, I've told you that before. Yes, the word slave actually comes from Muslims enslaving the white Slavs. The word slave is actually reference to white people, not black people, because white people were the most enslaved people in history. The only people who fought against slavery were white people. Black people to this day, brown people to this day, yellow people to this day are still rampantly enslaving everyone as much as they possibly can. White people, and only white people, outlawed slavery and have sacrificed countless millions of lives to end slavery and give everyone else human rights. White people invented human rights, not brown people and not black people. So only 5% of those slaves made it into British North America. Only 5%. 40% of them actually went to the not Solomon Islands, the Caribbean, I think it was. 40% of them went to the Caribbean. The slaves that were abused, these are the ones that were abused in South America, not North America. There were a tiny minority in the southern part of North America who were abused by corporations. These were the same people who were enslaving white people, and they were not run by white people. In fact, they were run by brown and black people. The first slaver in North America was in fact a black man. I think his name was like Anthony Johnson or something like that. And a third of the blacks in North America, in the northern parts, were free, and they owned slaves. Most of them owned slaves. So the idea that America or Christianity or white people are the slavers is an inverted, total opposite lie. Black people are slavers. Black people are the ones doing these human rights violations, and white people are the only people who are fighting against it. White people are the greatest victims of these human rights violations and slavery. So all these lies about Christianity or white people or America doing all this slavery is an inverted, polar opposite lie. If you go read the Quran is an instruction booklet on how to invade, rape, and enslave everybody. It is a slavery manual.
That's an actual wicked book to read.
It's absolutely horrific.
Do what I'm doing.
I could post quotes all day because I am an expert on this. I mean, just on my Facebook wall, just a few days ago, as sick as I am, I'm very sick and I'm dying. As sick as I am, I engaged in a debate with two top-ranking religious scholars, and I completely destroyed them both, 1-on-2. Not just 1-on-2, but the whole crowd of their supporters. I destroyed the whole fucking lot of them. Because I am an actual expert in this stuff. I know what I'm talking about. Whereas I deal every day, I deal with the same kind of crap. This is why I asked you specific questions to get to the, because I knew what you were going to do. You're going to pull the race card, the white Christians enslaving blacks. There is nothing in Christianity that teaches slavery. There has never been Christianity widespread in the name of slavery ever. Now, I could do a crime. I could bomb a building in the name of Santa Claus, but that's got absolutely nothing to do with Santa Claus, and there is no epidemic of it, and never has been. It's just nonsense. But when it comes to black crime, and when it comes to Islamic crime, these are historical, and these are consistent, and these are actually taught every day. This isn't by just freak coincidence of statistics. There's a long, deep-rooted history to them. So Christians did not enslave people, nor did white people. White people were the greatest slaves of history, to the point where slavery is named after them. And Christians were the greatest victims of slavery. Christianity is against slavery. If you look at what Jesus is teaching, you're talking about Christianity, Christianity, as in they believe that Jesus was the Christ, therefore they claim to be followers of Jesus. Look at what Jesus said. His own words stand today. They're the foundation of Western civilization and human rights today. It didn't come from anywhere else. It came from the words of Jesus. So human rights and end of slavery came from the words of Jesus, which is the root of Christianity. So you could not be more wrong. And everything you've been told is a lie. So are you willing to revise everything
Jeremy,
you've been
the
told,
guy
or
you
are you
were
going
arguing with
or
ran
are you
away.
continue with? Are you going to continue with lies? You got two doors here. You can throw away everything you've been taught and start over again, or you can continue with what are absolute lies, and you should know better. Choose a
No,
door.
Jeremy, I'm telling you, the guy you were arguing with ran away.
This is what usually happens. But I'm not just saying this for him. I'm saying this for anyone who watches this.
But he's not. But the thing is, he wasn't fighting you, nor was he really debating you. Do you know that?
He was just spewing a bunch of nonsense.
All he was saying is, I do believe. I mean, I can't talk for him, but I was.
Well,
thinking,
then you shouldn't.
Can
Yeah,
I said for your guys' sake, for the
Mm.
sake of you guys, I'd like to say something about it. He's one of the guys who identify as Illuminati, right?
Yeah, I laugh.
I've got some history with Illuminati. My Manhattan campaign, you know about the Manhattans.
I
All
laughed
this
at
shit,
that,
all
too.
this shit about us being attacked started with these Illuminati. I can probably get screenshots later and show this. Is they ran around accusing us of all these horrific things. They were going around terrorizing children and shit like that. And they went and decided, they realized, oh shit, here's some people who actually know what they're doing. And we're scared, and they were scared of having their crimes exposed. So they went on the attack and they went around defaming us, left, right, and center. And they started all this big war that happened. So this Illuminati nonsense is a bunch of internet thug criminals who went around spreading lies about people and just going around bullying children and shit and extorting them.
Well, I totally don't believe that would be him. I don't.
Well, if he's identifying as this Illuminati,
Illuminati.
small group of people,
Yeah.
he's identifying as the very people
Jeremy
who
right
did
there.
this.
Everything Jeremy said, if that guy's in that boat, fuck it. I'm a fucking.
He's identifying as, I'm not saying that he did this, but what I'm saying is that he's identifying as this group of people who this is what they are. Killuminati. I mean, what does that name even suggest? What do you think it means?
Killing the
It's a bunch of
illuminated
internet
ones?
bullies.
It means killing the enlightened ones.
That's what I just said. Dun dun dun.
I have no idea whether he was directly involved in what happened with the Manhattan campaign, but the fact that he identifies with this group, well, I know exactly who this group are. I also know the definition of religion. I also know what Christianity, the history of America. I know this shit inside out. Name the topic, I know it. So, you know, the fact that he ran away pretty much proves the point. He comes into this chat saying, I'm not racist. Who does that?
Well, because Jeff dropped the N-word, man.
Nagger.
What, Nagger?
Haven't you seen that South Park episode, Nagger?
Bro,
Wheel of
I mean,
Fortune?
all I'm saying is Jeff kind of like come out with that shit first, man. I mean, you can play it back. I mean, goddamn.
God, by all means, it can be played back, and I'm gonna say that. And if you get offended by the word nigger, do you even know what the word nigger means?
It just
The
means black in
ones that were
Spanish.
the owners of. Yo, the word nigger is a fucking king term.
I'm going to go smoke a
No,
cigarette.
it
so y'all
means
can deal
black
with
in
Donovan, dude.
Spanish,
I'm
that's all
walking
it
the fuck
means.
away.
My mind is blown.
I'm going to go smoke. I don't even
So,
want to fucking
hang on,
talk,
are the names of colours hate speech now? My avatar's red. Is the color red hate speech now?
Hey guys, that was a ride. I was just listening the whole time.
Okay, well, I hope anyone learned anything about the important topic, because this topic of so-called racism and when it comes to the magic words white genocide and all the lies that have been made up about white people, this is the whole center of world stage right now, what's going on. And it also ties into the topic that we're talking about religion and race and bloodlines. It's all the same topic. It may not seem that, but I've got a lot of videos I can show on this to show why. It's all the same topic. It's all related.
All right.
This is the persecution of the ancient chosen people.
All right, this is Donovan Padoka. I am taking over the show. Matt is on break right now.
Wicked, Donovan, you're way better than Matt. Matt likes to fucking play the, you know what I mean, borderline skit.
This is my name. This is the show. Let's go.
Donna, can I ask you a question?
I already fucking like you. We're replacing Matthew with you.
Can I ask you a question,
No.
Donovan?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. It looks like you're maybe in your teens or not. You're probably not old enough to own a car yet.
27.
Oh, okay. So you are old enough to have a car. Okay.
I can drink my life away.
Have
if I
you
want
have
to.
you ever considered buying a van? Because then you can say that I'm Donovan, and you could call it your Donovan. Have you ever thought of that?
Donaven.
Yeah, but have you ever thought of getting a van? Because then you
shit?
could be
This
Donovan.
motherfucker from Australia has lines like me that are like awesome.
But have you ever thought, like seriously, have you ever thought about getting a van and like maybe getting the number plate Donovan or something like that?
No, because that's corny.
But it's fucking hilarious.
You know how many jokes would come back to me because people don't think the way I do. I have Asperger's syndrome. Not a lot of people think like me.
Yeah,
you know
but
what? I really
what
don't
happens
care
when
what
you
they
eat
think
corn?
of
It
me.
doesn't digest. Where does it go? It comes out your ass. It's Asperger joke.
Yeah.
Yo, hold on, calm down a sec. Wait a sec.
It's right up your alley, man. It's
Kill
right up your alley.
Illuminati is back. Yo, Con.
Kill Illuminati, what's up, buddy? You here, buddy?
No, shows him in the chat.
Hey, come back, buddy. Sorry that got so crazy.
I don't think it got
Did you
crazy.
get
I think it got quite
offended?
saying that it, as Kramer said, it blew your mind.
Anyways,
Well, I mean, I
who
wasn't
gives a fuck
expecting
about that
it to
shit?
go
You know
off
what's
the rails
fucking
like so
hilarious?
I
The
mean, this
fact
blew-
that
this
people
blew
get
up
so
like halfway
butthurt about shit they can't control is fucking hilarious.
I really don't
Like,
know who was at fault. I was just listening in.
Oh, bro, I get blamed for everything. So if
Yeah,
you're in the
Jeff's always
doubts,
at fault.
blame
Always
Jeff.
at fault.
What the
Fucking
fuck?
bull.
Did you say bitter? Did you just say blame Jeff? You concur?
But hey, Jeff, that thing about that you decided to interject with some important point, and that was an important point. You say, where does the word slave come from? It actually is from the white Slavs. Like, you know, people who say about, oh, black slavery, you say, okay, where does the word slave comes from? And black people, like, it's like when you go to YouTube and you see black people do a DNA test. Holy shit, I'm white. You know, they lose their shit. So Jeff, you in one of these conversations, just like we were doing here, is I might go on a little speech about answering questions and going through the details and completely destroy people in what I say. But people, like I say, I don't say this without a reason. I say important information, and Jeff, this is where you got this information in one of these kind of speeches that I do. Because it actually has value and it's important.
Well, I'm gonna say yes. I got some updated information. You know, when like Mozilla Firefox says I need to update my browser.
Every time I load that, it does that. Every time I load up, I don't even use. I only use it for like one of my old
Flash. It
YouTube
probably
accounts.
wants Flash.
Right. So no, without a doubt of speaking, yes, Jeremy, I will back up what you're saying. Yes, you know what I mean. I've learned some wicked things from you, but the reason why we get on is because a lot of the shit you talked to me about, I knew. Yeah, I had some like inside knowledge about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you
And
have at least an idea that what I'm saying is not. I'm not just rambling on bullshit. And when I get on someone's case and I say that this is the case and is what's going on, is I do it because most people when they do this kind of shit, they're just completely full of shit and they've been fed lies. And it's not just that they've been fed lies; it's that to some degree they know that these are lies and they do it anyway because.
But
it gives
it's
them
better to
special
believe
powers.
that lie than to deal with the truth. And the truth is,
The truth
it
takes more
fucking
time.
hurts. Yeah.
Yes, the truth often hurts.
Yeah.
But a lie has consequence too, just like, you know, knowing the truth will also have consequences that might impact you whether you like it or not.
Well, it's like cancer, dude. It's
100%, Donovan. 100%.
cancer. It's like
Whether
cancer.
you lie or whether you're telling the truth, and the people,
be the same
whether
thing.
you're telling to or listening to, tend to believe or not believe. If they do believe into your bullshit and not lie, well, hey, who's it really on? You or them for believing that bullshit, right? So, you know what I mean? And that is the truth being said is, by all means, if you don't go out there and educate yourself, you are going to be a victim.
Or if I don't want to educate myself, be a loner. There I can avoid the problems
No,
altogether.
uneducated people tend not to be learners. They actually tend to be very extroverted. But when there's an important point here about that. What I said before is when people like most people these days, at least, you can see this coming from a mile away. You hear that you hear that the race car's coming. Like it's all been set up. You can see it coming a mile away. So when someone's going to
I goddamn hate the
your
race
people
card. Now, I'm
persecuted
gonna
my black
interject,
people,
and I'm
therefore
gonna
you owe me shit
Jeremy,
and you're bad.
Jeremy, take a moment to wait a sec. Just bite your breath. Hey, Gordon. Gordon.
I was in the middle of explaining something.
Gordon, you've been quiet all night, my friend, and I know you've bitten your
buddy.
tongue as well.
Forgot about you.
Donovan is taking over Matt's computer. I'm literally gonna get rid of it in an hour.
Illuminati Entertainment.
Yeah, there you go, right? But Gordon, I just
The
want
Matrix Mind.
I would like to hear what Gordon has to say about everything he's taking in tonight.
Gordon, go right ahead,
Go
buddy.
ahead. No, I'm gonna keep listening. That's a mouthful.
No,
Gordon.
You're an asshole, you fuck my
Gordon.
place.
I want you to
Donovan, thank you. But Gordon, you're a fucking jerk. You're supposed to
Gordon,
tell
stop
how
being
you
in the
felt.
corner and get out of the corner. Say stuff. Come on.
I've got just a thing to say here.
Where Matt was quiet the whole time, he could have intervened and had Gordon say stuff. Now I really want to hear him say stuff.
Can I just have a? Can I have just 5 seconds?
No, you can't.
You can have 5 seconds.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
No,
5 seconds.
Gordon, Wahita Allah, I swear to God, okay, if you continue to be dismissive, I will start to get into my feels.
All right, here I go.
No feels, no feels.
Who done it? Gore done it. I just wanted to say that.
He who dealt it smelt
What a bunch of kids.
Gordon. Gordon, you gotta admit though, bro. Come on, man. You know,
I can't even get a minute's flatulence. What the hell?
Is that picture better, Gab?
Can't even get a minute's
Monday
flatulence.
night is better than Raw, right? So,
Is that better picture, Gab?
You guys are awesome. I love you guys. You guys are awesome.
Can you
guys are
smell
fun
what
to talk
you
to.
spell out raw as in the wrestling raw? Raw is war. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
no, but
I
I'll
just come out of the
smoke
toilet
it.
and I can certainly smell what he was cooking.
Oh, I work at a hospital. They fart, I fart. Hey, you're at a hospital. You can fart all you want. There.
Oh,
They all make eye farts now, do they?
Can I ask you, hey Donovan, man, since I got you here, yeah, you work in a hospital, right?
Yeah, Akron City
yeah.
Hospital.
Yeah, so you can have access to that cabinet, right? You know it's cabinet.
What cabinet? I'm a trans.
Access verbal communication frequency. Processing
Oh yeah,
command.
yeah. I just have to insert a code
Before
for
the
that.
board
I
takes
in there,
over, I
fine.
think you understand what cabinet I'm talking about. Now, if certain things were to go missing that were like high priority things, that gets written up. But if things slowly go missing out of that cabinet that are not going to get written up,
Trying to figure out what cabinet you're talking about. I'm a transporter.
I thought you were going to say transvestite
I'm
then.
not a
Not the
nurse.
narcotics cabinet.
Oh yeah.
You know Jason
Oh yeah, that
Statham?
thing. I take their papers and I fold them in origami.
all right. Hey, you know what? What I'm looking for, you can't do, but what you do, don't lose your job, because in a year and a half time, we're going to call on you again.
Son of a bitch, who did that?
You got me.
Welcome to the Illuminati. Where's our Mr. Con friend? I'd really love
How would you like to suck my balls?
Yeah.
Okay, this is Illuminati Entertainment with your host Donovan James Padoka. Okay, things have gotten off rails again.
You got
You
real?
will respect my authority.
Sorry, Matt, they're replacing you.
Jeremy, please, just please stop. Thank you. Donovan, so
up?
how do you know Matthew?
Well, I live 4 houses down. He's a really cool guy. I've known him for about 4 years, maybe more. He's literally my neighbor.
You can recall 4 years you live 4 houses down. 4
Yeah.
is like an ironic number for you, right?
Yeah, same state, everything, same.
Of course, for you. Okay, so Matthew's a decent guy. He's older than you.
Yeah,
Okay. You live with your folks.
yeah. Right now, at least. You know what?
Don't
times are
even
tough
sweat
right
it. Yeah, I'm just collecting a census, my friend. Akron, Ohio, right? Yeah.
What are you doing?
Don't worry
Yes,
about what I do.
Akron,
My name
Ohio.
is Ken Squid Cuttlefish. Don't worry about the fishing. Just think about what kind of squid is gonna cuddle
I'm
you.
the old motherfucker.
I've been quite lonely lately.
All right. Well,
Oh, God,
all that is being said is I can tell you this. Okay. You being a younger person, you're a millennial. Yeah? You were born in 1992. Hey Donovan, were you born in 92?
Yes. I am not giving you my social security number.
I don't need it.
You're
Can I
young.
give you my social insecurity number?
Anyways, it's just a collection of fences. Hey, Matthew, you joined the conversation again.
Hi.
Yeah, and I'm back too.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
Oh, hey, Mr. X Con, right? You know what I mean? X Convict. Matthew, Donovan is fucking prime. I already have everything established. He's a wicked cat, and he will learn. Makes sense, Matt?
Illuminati Entertainment. I don't know your name, but I just want to ask if it's possible that we can have some great dialogue between us and we can all learn.
You know
from
what
each
I want?
other. I didn't come in here to attack your beliefs. I didn't come in here to.
Alright, you're feeling guilty. You interrupted me,
Well,
sir.
I come in here to criticize everyone's beliefs because how do you know you're right or wrong? I think the most respectful thing to do is to test someone's beliefs to make sure that they're right or wrong. Because if they're right, you've given them a
100%
pedestal
agreed,
to
but
prove
we're
their case.
not talking Australia right now. We are talking a general consensus. And we have the Illuminati.
Can he please fucking finish? Please let him
Matthew, thank you. Now that everybody is relaxed and being quiet,
I'm never
everybody
relaxed.
that jumped into a panel. I don't.
Let the man talk, please.
Would you guys please let him talk and let him finish what he was saying?
Thank you. Now, with everything that's happened, everything happens for a reason. Matthew is a motherfucker that is wicked beyond a doubt. Reasonable. In a room of a court-appointed your peers, he would be found not guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a room of his peers. That will be any Louisiana state of law court. Martin? Now, with that being said, everybody who stood up here tonight, thank you. Much blessed. If I'm an ignorant asshole, get used to it. But that being said, Matthew, we still have it recorded, yeah?
Yeah, I do. I just wanted to go outside, call ex-con back, and ask him if he'd gotten aggravated and left. He said, "No, I didn't." That's what I'm saying. I'm like, please call back in, talk. What happened is he got knocked off the phone call because his normal phone rang. So, again, as I come back,
He doesn't know how to redirect that. Okay. Yeah.
No,
We still got dial-up these days, do we?
But all I'm saying is, please let him finish what he was trying to say when he came back in here. Please. I mean, the talking over one another, we're getting nowhere.
Go ahead.
I mean, ex-con come to talk and learn, teach. Teach, learn,
Gentlemen,
teach.
I am here to learn, and I'm sure that each and every one of you all have very great.
Show your face, and I will take you seriously.
And I have a logo on my face. And you could go on my Facebook and look at my face. I don't hide.
Facebook. Show your face.
Woo! LSU's winning.
Oh my God!
I still don't see anyone saying anything.
Right now. Let the man talk.
Get a load of this. Get a load of this. There's me. Here's me.
Okay, here's me.
There's Donovan.
Here's me. How y'all doing?
How's it going?
There's my brother.
Good.
I actually just downloaded the Hangouts, so I didn't have that was my logo. So I don't have a problem showing my face and talking to each and every one of you.
Now I believe you. I will respect you. Sorry for interrupting you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. But I came into this group so I could learn something today, and also hear some interesting things from some interesting minds. I know that for you guys to be sitting here on this platform with Matt, that you
Here's the old man.
each and every one of you. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
All right.
I know that each and every one of you have something great to bring to the table, as well as myself from my experiences and the things that I've learned. I'm willing to share as much as you guys are willing to share with me. I have no color barriers. I'm not racist. I don't hate people. I actually love people. I represent truth, honesty, and love. I do things.
No, I'm going to stop you right there,
together.
dude.
That's
You're
all I have
completely
to
full of
love.
shit. You're completely full of shit. I was
Okay.
in the middle of answering you and exposing it. You're completely full of crap, and then you mysteriously go offline, and then you come up
Jeremy,
just trying to
please.
buff people's ego and ignoring what was actually said,
Let
just
him
trying to
talk.
override it with I'm not racist kind of stuff. Well, let's just go into the definition of racist. Go definition of slave. What Jeff said this himself. Go look at the definition of slave, and there is your answer. There is your answer. There is your answer to your so-called black slavery. You and your ancestors are actually the slavers of history, and my people are actually your victims. So don't go around spreading all these lies, and don't just start playing little ego games, buffing people's egos.
buddy,
You're full of crap.
look.
You're full of crap. You're full of crap.
I'm only 3 generations dark, okay?
Stop trying to play nice with like a wolf among sheep. You're full of crap. I exposed you full of crap, and you ran away, and then you're just coming up with more lies. Lies.
I got a phone call, and when my phone rings,
You don't have dial-up internet. We don't have dial-up internet these days. It does not how the internet works these days. It happened
Jeremy.
like 30 years ago. Not
Dude,
today.
he's on his
But
phone.
no, I don't. Yeah, I'm on my cell phone, and I don't have any reason to hide. I just came here again to talk and to learn.
Well, you weren't learning because I was trying to teach you stuff, and you
Hey,
weren't interested
you
in
know
learning.
what, Jeremy? Jeremy, he doesn't know how to utilize his technology to his maximum potential.
That's irrelevant. It's got nothing to do with technology. So
Well,
if you want
he
to,
doesn't know how to
I'll
keep
sum it up
on
in a single
going
statement. I'll sum it up in a
doing
single
this.
statement.
Jeremy, I have a question
Alright,
for you, bro.
hey,
I'll
no,
sum up
Artie,
my response
mate,
because I was
stuck up for
interrupted
you.
over and over during my response, and I've allegedly been interrupted by a phone call during my response. So let me sum up my response in a sentence. Everything
Jeremy,
you've been told about black slavery is a lie, and you can start by looking up the very definition of slave.
Jeremy, stop. I gotta stop you for a second. And the reason
You're also assuming
I can't
that
even say a
that's what
single
I think about
sentence
slavery.
without someone
And
having to
that's-
stop me.
and
Can't
that's-
even say a
and
single
that's-
sentence.
Go ahead. Say exactly what you want to say. I'm just gonna sit here and listen. Go ahead.
I was responding to Matt saying he's got to interrupt me, even though I was just finishing at the same time at the end of my sentence. So, like, why can't I say a single sentence without someone having to interject?
because
and then I get
we've all-
accused of
we've all-
interrupting.
because we've all been interrupted, and you've been talking a lot.
Well, I'm
Like-
the only one who's actually got anything of value to say here. I just see
Bullshit!
people just buffing
I'm
each other.
coming to fuck against you, and I'm gonna ask you why the fuck you've attacked my buddy, my friend.
Oh, yeah,
Simply-
well, okay, can I answer you?
simply
Can I answer you? You've just
no,
asked a
no,
question.
Jeremy,
Okay, you asked a question. You asked a question. Let me answer. You asked a question. Let me answer.
Jeremy, let
See, there we go.
Matthew-
I'm
Come
not
on, man,
interrupting
bro.
you. You're interrupting me, all of you. You want to ask a
No,
question?
no,
Let
I'm
me
gonna
answer.
interrupt
I was asking
everybody
a
'cause I
question.
can scream louder.
No one asked you a
and
question.
I am a better and more dangerous
No one asked
hacker
you a
than all of
question,
you.
Jeff. I was asked a question by Matt.
Jeremy,
Let me answer the question.
Matthew speak. Matthew
I
is
let him
hosting.
speak. He asked me a question. I'm trying to
Dude.
answer the question. Let me answer the question.
Jeremy, shut the fuck up.
Let me
for a
answer the
second.
question. You asked me a question. Don't complain when I answer. Let me answer the question.
How long?
So apparently I'm having to go at this guy. No, this guy came at me blaming my people as being racist and all this. And in today's world, he's basically promoting the genocide of my people, the rape and genocide of my people. This is an ongoing campaign against my people, and he's promoting this shit. These the worst crimes against humanity ever conceivable. And he's promoting this stuff, and I exposed it all for what it is. I went through the facts. He even started admitting that what I was saying was true. Some of what I was saying was true. So apparently, I'm the bad guy for defending my people against genocide and going to evidence to back it up.
First of all,
And you're interrupting me, and you're all interrupting me. You're all interrupting me every step of the way, and then I get accused. Apparently, I'm having to go at this guy. Well, this guy has having to go at me promoting my genocide of my people, and I, in a civilized way, tried to respond to him, but no one wants to let me speak, and then he disappears in the middle of my explanation. And now I try to respond again, and I'm attacked with another question, and I'm not even allowed to answer that question either. So me having to go at this guy, okay, he identifies it as he doesn't just promote the genocide of my people. He comes in saying I'm not racist, I'm not discriminatory and that stuff. Big warning sign, right? You don't come into a conversation just saying I didn't rob that store down the road 2 minutes ago. You don't say that. So he identifies as Illuminati. These are a bunch of basically child exploiting villains who go around picking on children on the internet. They came across I'm not saying that this guy was directly involved in it, but he's identifying. Can I answer, please? Can I answer the question? Can I answer the question, please? Don't interrupt me. Let me answer the question. 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 Stop talking over me and let me answer the question. Stop talking over me and let me answer the question.
Guys, Matt just left the room. It's
let
me
me
again.
answer the
Guys,
question.
everybody
Let
just
me answer
be
the
quiet for a
question. Let
second,
me answer the
please.
question.
Donovan
Let me
has got
answer the
something to
question.
say.
Let me answer the question.
Guys,
Stop
Donovan
talking
is
over me and
new
let me answer
person
the
in this
question.
panel.
I was asked a question. Let me answer the
everybody
question.
just please
I was asked a question.
let
Let
me
me
say
answer the
something.
question. I was asked a question. I'm not interested. I was asked a question. Let me answer the question. Behave like in a civilized manner, or I'll just keep speaking and asking to answer the question that I was asked until you let me answer it. If you want to be civilized, let me answer the question. Stop talking over me and let me answer the question. Stop talking over me and let me answer the question. I was asked a question. Let me answer the question.
Please be quiet for 1 second.
I was asked a
Please,
question.
please,
Let
for
me answer the
please.
question. I was asked a question. Let me answer the question. Act
Answer
civilized.
the question.
Don't act like little degenerates. And let me answer the damn question. If you don't want an answer to a question, then don't ask the question in the first place. Let me answer the question. 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 Behave civilized and let me answer the question. I'm going to try again. No, okay, so you're not going to let me answer the question again. Let me answer the question.
Please, you and
Let
me
me
okay?
answer the
Jeremy,
question. I was
Jeremy.
asked a question. Let me answer the question. If you don't like me answer, don't ask the question. If you're going to ask the question, I'm going to answer the
Jeremy.
question, and you're going to shut up while I answer the question. Unless you have
Please
good
answer the
reason to
question,
interject.
Jeremy.
I'm not saying
Answer
any
the
good reason.
question.
I'm just saying trash talk and degeneracy. So I'm going to try to answer the question. Why did
Answer
I
the
attack the
question, then.
Illuminati? For a start, he's promoting the most dangerous and genocidal lies of all, the greatest lies in history. And I was systematically going through what these lies are, what the truth of the matter is, and then that's not the only reason. Another reason he identifies as a group of cyber criminals who go around picking on children. I don't know whether he's an actual active member of it, but this is the equivalent of saying, hey, I identify as ISIS. Whether you've done anything in the name of ISIS or not doesn't mean anything. The fact that you would claim such a thing is a testament to itself. So this guy identifies as a group of cyber criminals who go around picking on children.
I'm in favor of
And
X
apparently
crime.
you're going to defend this guy. Apparently it's wrong for me to defend myself and my people against genocide by telling the truth.
Can I say something?
I have not finished. I have not finished. I have not finished. There we go. Case in point. Don't have long left to live, but I spend what time I can, and this is the shit I get. Everywhere I go, it's the same shit. Everyone's full of shit.